Cat wants to come in. She's knocking on the door. Can I open the door for the cat? Yes, little one. Oh, silly. Wow, wow, wow. So what is that question again?
What are you grateful for now in your life?
What am I not grateful for? I'm grateful for everything in my life. There's nothing that I'm not grateful for. It's an incredible thing to be a human being. To have this form, it really is a blessing. I was a very happy child. All the pictures of me as a child, I was always smiling. I seemed to be very happy. I was happy to be on Earth. I was happy to be in nature. I was happy to be in the sea. I was happy to be in the mountains as a young child. But I also have this other side where there was a lot of things in my childhood that weren't right, that hurt. My trauma from my childhood wasn't from my own family. A lot of my trauma from my childhood actually came from school and my headmaster at school, who was sexually molesting young boys. I didn't make sense of it. I thought this was normal punishment. There was something about it that was wrong, but I didn't realize what it was until I was about 18 years old. We pick up this heavy load of all our burdens and we carry that. And everything we do is kind of colored in this heaviness. I mean, I know I sat to suicidal thoughts. I've sat to thoughts of nobody would miss me if I left this world right now. I'm that worthless and I'm that useless. It'd be better off for me to leave this planet. Sometimes we really have to hit rock bottom before we turn around. Something had to change. I couldn't stay like this. I wasn't going to live the rest of my life like this. It's not something outside of me that needs to change. I need to change. I need to heal this. Making the decision that this is not my path. My path is towards happiness. My path is towards a good life. My path is towards finding peace within myself. And then just do it. Just do it. We all have these childhood experiences that set the tone for life. There must be a deeper meaning to this life, and what's the point of these experiences? They're there to let us know like something's wrong. We're not on our correct path. We've gone off track. A lot of people don't ever embrace that. And they walk around with their wound and carry it as if that's the person that they are not realizing it's just a wound that they're carrying. It's not something that they are. So they never even ask if there is a way out. Never ask themselves that question. I'm definitely not defined by my childhood experiences. It defines some of my behaviors and some of my attitudes. But not me, not my soul. I will not let those things define me and form me and shape me in a negative way. The essence of me, it's about being kind, it's about giving and sharing. My experiences, they taught me things. They've set me free. Everything that happens to us can become a blessing. When we're in the trauma and we're in the hurt, then it's the worst thing in the world. But once you've worked through it, it becomes something that empowers us. It becomes something that is a guide and a teacher. So yeah, I'm grateful for all of it. I can't say that I don't know what challenges are still going to come, but I know that I'll face those challenges with a very different mind and heart to how I was just 10, 15 years ago. I know what I have become. I know what I am. I know what I've experienced. And it's a wonderful place to be. It allows the mind to stay open, and it allows for all sorts of doors to still swing open for me. We're all coming to know who we really are beyond the stories that we carry around from our childhood. Each person has their own wounds and their own stories that is unique. So each person has their own unique way out of it too. Old dogs can't learn new tricks. No, that's nonsense. We definitely can. We just need to let go of the wounds, that's all. When you're ready, when it's your time. And then it becomes our journey, it becomes our gift. If we remember our childhood, what we were really like, we have this joy for life. We don't fight with the world, we just roll with the punches. I did a lot of work to heal that little boy and to make sure that boy doesn't leave, that he's still here and notices this world with awe every day. So that I can walk out into the garden and see a flower that I've seen hundreds of times and still wonder at it and still see its beauty. And that's part of holding on to that child who sees the world with wonder every day. Oh, absolutely stunning. Make sure that that little child sticks around and temper it with a little bit of wisdom, and a little bit of madness. But it's got to be a part of me. It has to stick around. Human beings are really, really, really beautiful when we get past all of our stuff. What really catches me is people's beauty. Acts of kindness, acts of somebody going out of their way and just doing something for somebody else. That is, for me, is just so beautiful. It's not so much about the actual love that emanates out of one's heart, but that one's foundation and one's way of moving through the world is based on a lovingness towards life and towards the world. You had to help bring peace. You had to bring a bit of love to this world, a bit of joy, a bit of happiness. You had to help heal. So that is my purpose. If I can just bring a little bit of peace, if I can help one person, if I can uplift that encounter, if I can make that person when I walk away feel better about themselves and about their day, then I'm following my purpose. We really are these creatures of love. You have to make this world beautiful. Now that for me is the real beauty of this world. The presence of being.
Thanks to all of you who helped make this film possible. All of our films are totally crowdfunded. So if you'd like to continue to support us on our journey, check out our Green Renaissance page on Patreon.